I asked this very deep question when I have to ask it to you right now. I'm looking at you. Who are you today?
Yeah, today I am a new guy, as you said.
I did say that. I said, wait, this is a new guy here. How are you?
Yeah.
Suresh, please welcome my co-host, Suresh.
Thank you so much for that, Henry. It's an honor to be here on your podcast. And yes, the question, who am I today? I'm definitely not Sunday, but but I just want to say, I was once old Suraj, or as some people called it, the Jesus Suraj. But now today, but now today, having gotten rid of my facial hair and gotten a haircut, I am, as Indians would probably want to say, Ankur and Enshedi might concur, the Shah Rukh Khan Suraj.
Oh,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Alright.
Get out. Get
I'd
out.
like to call you the chosen one,
Oh, yeah.
if that's okay. I heard on the internet, so it must be true, that
Wow.
ponytails were banned.
What do you mean,
Ponytails
banned?
were banned?
Yeah.
Where?
And before you had longer hair, so I said that's what happened. Ponytails are banned. You snipped it. No. And here's the reason why ponytails are banned, because it's too erotic.
That's in Japan actually, and in schools.
Yes.
Girls are not allowed to have ponytails because apparently they believe that the guys will get turned on by the back of a girl's neck.
So was that your problem?
Who the heck here would get attracted by the back of my neck? Henry, come on.
Anybody standing behind you?
First of all, it's hairy. Why would anyone be like, oh my God, that
Right.
guy's hairy neck. I want him. No, come on.
There's, you know what? Love is love.
Yeah, I get that. Yes.
Hairy love.
Very love.
Very
But,
love.
okay, so was it difficult to maintain long hair?
Oh yeah, it was quite
It is.
difficult. I had it for 2 years, and you have no idea, every time taking a shower, that extra 10-15 minutes of just getting rid of the loose hairs, untangling it. But now, being a new guy, I could save 10 minutes in the shower and use that time to do more productive things in life.
Wow, that's more productive than
Like going to sleep. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
10 minutes. Those extra 10 minutes last.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh.
I have a puppy, so I need that extra 10 minutes. I do this thing now where I wake up, deal with the puppy, and then take a nap.
Oh.
I never did that before.
Who are you again?
I think it changes from day to day. I have, like most people, I have a level of right on the edge of like crazy. So my second question is, after I answer, how crazy are you? I'm at the edge, like right there. Like if I jump, that's full crazy. If I just stay on the edge, then I have moments of where I'm like, ooh, just floating on crazy. How crazy are
just
you?
Oh, what kind of crazy am I? I'm very crazy, but not crazy enough to eat pineapple on pizza. That's at least the kind of crazy I am not, for sure.
That
But
is so
yeah.
anti-Hawaiian. That's a Hawaiian pizza. We're gonna get hate letters from Hawaii. How dare you? That's our delicacy. We eat that for breakfast.
Sorry,
I
Hawaiians.
was about to say that.
You are on social media right now?
At the moment, only on Facebook, but not on Instagram.
This is my oh, how could you not be on Instagram? You're of the age where if you're not on Instagram, you don't exist.
I know. I don't want to be the one known as existing to the people who dance like this on reels.
I can tell you, everybody in this room right now is watching you like, he's not on Instagram. What did you do? Did you remove yourself from Instagram, your pictures, or are you deleting your account?
It's at semi-deletion stage. Like I still have 25 days to undo it. And
Okay.
Instagram made that very clear to me that in case you don't want to leave, you can definitely come back and restore your account. And I am thinking about all those people I befriended and the cute cats that I saw on Instagram, how they would not give a damn if I left, but I would give a damn about them.
True.
So
So
all those selfies and all of your stuff that you did a lot of creative stuff. It's gonna go away.
I know, right?
Do you have
And
a
I didn't
backup?
even- I didn't back anything up.
Oh, back it up. You don't believe in backing it up.
That's a
No,
song. I back that thing up.
back that up.
Back that up.
Well, I have to tell you, I have to be honest and say, I feel the same way about, we're like in reverse. I feel the same way about every day I wake up for Facebook. I'm like, I gotta get out of this. I feel like Jeff Zuckerberg or Meta or whatever you call it. I see Zuckerberg is like, has a prowl, what do you call it? Those shocking things in my head. Every time I read somebody's post on Facebook, and it's usually like an innocent, oh, today I watered my flower. I'm like, oh, why did you do that? Hey, people watering their flowers. Stop it. I get
But what is wrong with people watering their flowers, Henry?
I put it on Facebook. Keep yourself. Let's keep your privacy. They're oversharing. I don't like oversharers. Like you got to tell me, oh, this is what I did. I went to go see the Batman. Rich people problems.
I know, right? Like soon, I think we're going to come to a point where people will start sharing the fact that they picked their nose as well. Or
But that I would
probably-
like to know. Please
Yeah.
tell me when you pick your nose. I want to see that.
I would never pick my nose. See,
I'd be-
Ankur's reaction right here is enough for me not to do that.
I'll be the first
They call it social media. It's more like bully media because your thoughts are bullying me to think. I always think less than. I think like, oh,
True.
I wake up and I'm happy. I have my little coffee, and then I go to open up Facebook. I last like 30 seconds. As soon as I hear somebody say, oh, guess what? I just go on a vacation. Oh, guess what? Here's my picture of me and my dog happy. What?
True.
Seriously, the kind of people on social media are just. That's all I can say.
Don't
Who,
say.
who did you like on on Instagram? Who's
Who did
crying
I-
that you left? I know there's somebody crying that you left, or semi left.
Like I see all these comics, they are showing off that they got spots in this room, that
Right.
room. They're getting their recording done and they're opening for this comic. And then there's me who continues to wear a stupid Batman mask and goes, I am not the comedian this guy deserves and does not need. And at the end of it, what do I get? The last spot I did this at, one of the host, he actually said, that is the
Right.
worst Batman I've ever seen. Get
You
lost.
said that into a microphone.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
To
really?
the front of the audience.
Wow.
That's
Literally.
like, you know what that is? That's like fat shaming and slut shaming you at the same time.
No, it was bat shaming, basically.
And bad shaming, the trifecta. Well, I have to say, I learned so much from you just now. You are a new man. I welcome this man into my life.
Thank you so much, Henry. And I welcome you into my life too.
We're
Being
gonna
a new
turn it over
man.
to what is your favorite superhero movie?
My favorite superhero movie. My favorite superhero movie is The Iron Man. The first one.
A film that's like a theme park film, for example, the Marvel type pictures, where the theaters become amusement parks, That's a
But
different
from
experience.
Scorsese.
It's not even. I was saying earlier, it's not cinema. It's something else.
So in a recent interview, the legendary Ridley Scott was talking about comic book and superhero movies very passionately. Their scripts are not even fucking good. Why don't they have better
say the F
stories? They're
word.
mostly saved by special effects. Now there's more.
Why Iron Man? Do you aspire to be Tony Stark?
Yeah, I aspire to be a billionaire, playboy, genius, and a dead guy eventually at the age of 50.
Hate spoilers. You just told me he's dead. Or he's dead to me. I don't watch that movie. I think my Deadpool is probably my current. I like Deadpool because when I saw it for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god, he's doing such raunchy stuff. He's like a stand-up comedian." So Deadpool, and plus he likes to fuck everybody.
True.
What?
True.
Like, wow. Think about it. If you're saying that explosion and chaos in the movies, it is art, of course, because think about it. You have a painter and you have a canvas, and there are some painters who actually throw the paint on the canvas
Right.
and they manage to make money out of it, calling it art.
My favorite painter, Jackson Pollock. All he did was throw paint, and he was like, "Boo, I'm an artist." So explosions. What? Yeah.
Why
That sounded
not?
like that's how TikTok is.
If we explode or cause an explosion at Martin Scorsese's set, that would be art in itself. Not filmed, of course.
That's what I meant. I got the name wrong. I'm
Eternals.
sorry, Kevin. Yeah.
Which
The
is-
Eternals
yeah.
was inhumane. That's what it was.
It was great. Like I mentioned before, like Eternals is just great because I didn't realize a man could shoot balls from his hand. Like I didn't know that is actually a thing. And you know, and you can say that you are a part of a movie when you put a bunch of Bollywood in it. You know, the amount of and yeah, it was fucking long. It was
Like an
eternally
eternity. Yeah.
painful. Eternally painful.
Like story wise or character I don't know.
have
It
Angelina
was a
Jolie.
disaster. It was such a big disaster. For a moment I was like, okay, I should have watched Justice League instead.
But the Ragnarok sucked. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
What?
Ragnarok was fun.
What?
The first two Thor movies.
Hear me
were
out.
boring.
Just hear me out. No, just hear me out. I have a reason why.
Was it Loki? Too much Loki?
It's first of all, the whole picture is low
Loki, I
key.
love
whole
Loki.
picture is
Oh
low-key.
my god.
I'll get to the Loki part in a minute, but the whole pitch, I feel that the best, it was ruined only because you just pulled out guns. Why do you need guns? There was a scene where we're fucking like having guns. Why the fuck you are the god of thunder? Why the fuck do you need gun with your Loki to fire people?
That's so hard to choose. I like Deadpool because he just doesn't give a fuck and is so unfiltered. And you know, he's like, I like superhero who have some flaws, who are just not all about like saving the world, do hero shit. I want someone who's like kind of I like anti-hero. I like the kind of a little bit like outcast character, you know, like the
Oh, I
really
get it.
savage.
I get it.
Yeah.
Relative to their actual likelihoods. Of course, sometimes people break up because one party wants a younger partner,
Oh no.
or because they want better sex,
Oh.
or because they are seeking a more exciting companion,
What?
or because their hobbies or political views have drifted apart,
Trump.
Wow.
or because things have, somehow, grown stale. The real reason for breakup lies in one or both spouses' sense that they have not
Really?
been heard,
Really?
that something very
They have not
important to
been
them
heard.
has been disregarded, that their
Crazy.
point of view has not, at a fundamental level, been acknowledged and honoured. It doesn't matter what the subject of this non-hearing happens to be. It could be that they haven't been heard about their views on money, or on the way the children are being brought up, or on how their weekends should be managed.
Aw.
Eating experience, Henry. In fact, my best date till date is this behind me. Yes.
Oh, that looks delicious.
I know. She looks really, really great.
First date, second date.
It expired. It expired very quickly.
Oh my God. I feel like dating is such a scary topic. I don't even want to give it words. If we whisper, maybe we'll get lucky in dating. I know, right? And the boogeyman will never find us also. Henry. It's like, don't say it twice. Don't say his name 5 times. Dating. Relationships end. You said it 3 times. Please. Oh my God, Suresh, I'm breaking up with you. I'm gonna break up with you over
All right, that was
You're
our
still in the frame.
and scene. I wanted to do something. There's something very popular on YouTube where you do this whisper.
Right.
I'll just take a
ASMR.
ASMR.
it just breaks in my brain.
So dating, it's really scary topic. That's why I was whispering. I feel like I was in a 10-year relationship, and Suresh has not found the perfect one. So that's the perfect contrast.
Oh shit.
When relationships stop working is when you stop paying attention. You stop being curious about the other person. So like if you stop being curious about me as my co-host, then it's kind of be like we're just talking over each other, and it's the communication and intimacy. Like intimacy is not just sex. Intimacy is like, I'm going to tell you a secret that I wouldn't tell my mother. I like to fart on things.
Oh.
No, that's not a real secret. That's not my secret.
I was gonna ask you, like your mother would really not be comfortable knowing that you fart on things. Listen well, be compassionate, considerate, accommodating. That's all. These 4 words.
When I heard the video, I really want to know, is she in a relationship right now? That's my question.
The desperation level.
Why? You
Number 2, that really sounds like a failed Discovery Channel ad, to be very honest. And
failed therapy.
I feel that relationship should never be perfect. Don't fucking think about making it perfect. And I want to punch every moron in the face who says that being an active listener helps. Does not.
Oh, excuse me. That's what the video just said. Listening.
Yeah. That's why I want to say. I want to punch her in the face. That's why I want to ask you: is she happy?
I was in a 10-year relationship. The best thing about the relationship was not the sex, was the communication. If something popped up in my brain, let's say I thought like, "Ooh, is it going to rain in 2 years from now?" It's a stupid thought, but I was able to say all of my deepest thoughts, communicate clearly, and the other person would communicate back to me to fuck off.
So basically what you're trying to say is relationship for you as a man with who's a hunter, who's got needs, focuses more on listening than actual sex.
It wasn't about the sex.
No, I'm because
if you want a long-lasting relationship, just date your dog.
I think the best relationship, according to me, is comfort in silence. Like you don't have to always do something exciting. You don't have to like do something crazy. You don't always have to like talk. It's just, the comfort of knowing that the person you love is here at home. Silence. The silence make people uncomfortable. They don't know what to do with it, and then they are looking for another spark somewhere else.
Right.
So I think that's the reason why relationships don't last long these days.
There's a constant, the like buttons. We started the show with the internet. Is that you can't connect with somebody else because you're thinking about social media. Does this person look right for me? Can I take a selfie with them? If do I bring the relationship online? And the distraction from the online community makes your brain think, well, now I need something. I have to create something new. I have to have sex with other people.
I'd like to say that, you know, it's true. The spark, when it fades, it fades. It's like you're going on a date and you just exhaust your best material to the girl, and you just have a minute of silence and you look at each other like, so what do we do? You know, just ask stupid questions. So it's like you exhaust, you know, it's like that. It's like movies giving away the best ideas and making shitty movies later on. You know, kind of like
Also,
Marvel.
also I think we don't be true to ourselves. Like we don't act true. Like if I feel, you know, like I like this person and I should show that person that I like them. Instead of doing that, I keep thinking, okay, what if that person thinks I'm too clingy, or you know, I'm just overdoing everything. Like we think a lot about what the person might think instead of doing what we like.
My problem is that I fall in love too quickly and I'm very codependent. Codependent is like, oh my God, you complete me. You are everything. I can't live without you.
You're the Joker to my Batman.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Who says that? Who says that?
Only a very crazy person.
We've learned not to speak to each other or listen to each other. So how can you be in a relationship with someone when you really want to be solo and do everything you want to do for yourself, with yourself, and the person with you needs to also be there to please you and do the things you want to do. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I love you, but I want you to change just to fit me.
That's selfish.
Yeah.
That's fucking selfish. Period. Ask him. It's
Like,
his
I
butt
can
problem.
clearly see why, but
Yes,
what do
I
you
want to hear
guys
the
think?
answer to that. I would like to go first though. I'm single because I focus on looks. I need to focus on people that are butt ugly with a good personality.
Right. Very true. I'm single because I'm just ugly.
Wow.
There's nothing else there.
Because I'm not really trying. And I'm
Right.
afraid to try also.
Right.
Out of rejection fear. So
The only thing I'm afraid of is regret, you know, like, so I tell people when I like them, you know, even if I find some problems in the relationship, I try to give my 100% to save the relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe not because I love them so much, but because I'm scared to regret it later, that, oh, I didn't give my 100%. So I'm just scared of regrets, you know, that I didn't try harder.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm not aggressive enough. I'm too passive. So like, you know, when I'm in like conversations, like I feel like when I ask a girl a question, right, and she'll like answer, I think she wants me at some point to like interrupt or like respond, right? But she'll like go on for like 20 minutes. And it's like I'm almost playing jump rope almost a little bit, trying to get like a moment to like kind of add on to the conversation. So she's like probably thinking like, oh, this guy's so boring because he's not talking. But I'm like, I'm just such an active listener. I know, and Shady hates that. He hates that. that's me though. Like, that's who I am. So.
That is the most romantic thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Listening to you, like the video said, like, oh my God, tell me every
This is
brain
like the cutest thing ever.
gin and tonic, sitting on a tree. KISSING.
SING.
Okay, I put the poster.
But like, this is like the cutest thing ever. You have said, Kevin. You might like, once the podcast is on, you might get like a love interest. I don't know.
Send it everywhere. Yeah, my DMs are open. So
my DMs are open. Yeah.
Yo, hit me up on a DM, all right?
Exactly.
Don't overthink it. It's a problem for overthinkers. So don't overthink.
You pretty much said don't use your brain.
Yeah.
Treated like a Rohit Shetty movie, basically.
When you don't, actually, you know what I find out about dating? Here's what my thing is. I'm attracted to brains. I'm actually attracted to someone that can put sentences together because I can't.
I'm 24-year-old. Okay, I'm working. I don't always have time to message like, hey, did you eat food yet?
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
how
you.
are you? Hi, I miss you, my darling. I can't do that every day, every hour. I can't send. And you know, the men I've dated, they are like older than me. They were like 27, 28 year older. But the thing is, they want a relationship like a teenager. They are like, you are like, and I'm like, no, we are adults, you know, we are
Yeah.
working adults. We
True.
can't be like teenagers all the time. So I think my personal problem, the reason why my relationship don't work out is because I'm not always available to entertain them, you
True.
know.
True.
My case. A guy and a girl can't be friends forever.
True. True.
Yeah.
True. True. True.
Because
True.
because eventually the girl becomes my enemy. So
Yes, if you live long enough, you will become the villain in your movie. Something. What's that saying? Something like that.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Because yeah,
The Dark
And-
Knight.
the Dark Knight. Yes,
Also, I blame Karan Johar for everything.
I prefer a Dark Knight for my dates.
Kuch nahi hota hai.
Kuch
A lot of people, at least when you're first dating, you have all these past relationships that you already had in the back of your mind. And so when you're texting, when you're on these dates, you're thinking like, you know, it's not even the things that you say, it's the things you don't say. Like sometimes you go on a date and you thought it went well, and the other person like thought, no, I'm never talking to this person again. And it's like there's like that miscommunication though. So it's like reading vibes and it's just assuming certain things. So I think the more you communicate, it resolves any kind of issues like these. So
Make Kevin shut up or I'll fall for him. Like, shut up, Kevin. Stop being so cute.
All right.
Love on Zoom just happened.
This is a podcast, not a setup.
I think the next video for next week is going to be like, why is dating a thing?
What is dating?
What is dating?
Why is dating? Why is dating?
Or
Who
let's
is dating?
redefine dating. Let's redefine it as
Yes.
something else.
Which worshipped male beauty. As we can see on those ancient statues of Greek gods, Socrates was lacking in, let's say, the fine beauty of that time. He was not inside of the zone of social construct back in the day, but he was not stopped by that, as we know today that he actually changed history. And this would then lead to a corruption of majority, as he believed that voting as a skill is only acquired by knowledge and wisdom, intellect.
Said in the beginning of the video that he was not a very good looking person, not an average Greek, and yet he still excelled because people would listen to his philosophy.
I would say there is controlled democracy, not a democracy.
Control. Like, I think what Putin has is, not to bring up the name that should not be spoken, like Voldemort.
Like, well, I was about to say that, Henry. Fuck.
he does have democracy, but it's the democracy that said, you will vote like this or you will not exist. That's my Putin impression. Is there democracy in India?
In India?
I'm asking
Yeah.
Suresh, then we'll turn it up to open discussion.
Of course. Of course there's democracy in India.
I'm so happy he said that.
Yeah, of course. Like we get to vote, and that's how we have our central government in place. And of course, all the state governments. There is democracy. Why not?
Suraj is trying really hard.
That seems like the line that I would say. I feel like democracy here is a little bit broken. Now I'm going to say it. I will say it. So there might be some people listening to say, he said it was broken. How dare he? He should be canceled.
It is broken. He should be canceled. But I'm wondering what exactly about. Oh, is it because that Trump became president that it's broken?
I think Socrates said it correctly, is that you should be learned. You should know about the issues. Some people, what made Trump get into office? And this could be one of the questions, is that it appealed to people that felt they were left out of the system. They were
like
a
cowboys.
Yes, like the I hate to use the S word, the R word, or the P word, or the D word. Let's just say there are people that feel disenfranchised, and they want to vote for the new shiny thing that would shake up the system, but they weren't educated enough to vote for the right person, which was, of course, Hillary Clinton. I said it.
So they want something. So they want something nice and shiny to shake up the system. They might as well next time vote for my forehead because that's very shiny.
Kind of
I
like
heard somebody talk about your forehead for 5 minutes. Yes.
That was N Shady.
That's
Because he
Shady.
has, because he doesn't have, no, he has one.
I
but
don't
it's
have
dry
one.
and
I think you and N Shady switch places in a way that it's illegal to wear ponytails in Shady.
I mean,
in Japan.
In Japan.
Come on, man. People already hate me for being canceled. I mean, it's a hobby being hated. But I feel like with Suraj with that haircut, I now own the right to say you can call me Jesus.
Yeah, you're the
I own that
variant.
Don't call and Shady Jesus. We are just about to end this pandemic. We don't want another. Like, let the God be. Don't anger it.
No, both Ankur and N Shady are the Jesus now.
Yeah.
I was born on Christmas Day, like 25 December. So
but
So,
yeah, so
all I can say is I found my way home. You both no way home, no way heaven. Actually.
No way home.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's great. But democracy is just like, at least from like, it's like you tell people what to do and what not to do. Like, isn't that dictatorship in a way?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you
isn't that
might as
dictatorship?
well as just go do dictatorship. If only limited amount of people are allowed to vote, then just go dictate.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not saying from a bad perspective, but I'm just saying, like, it's more like you're in a position to sit and tell what can and cannot be done. How is that any different from this guy?
Oh,
like,
you want me to give you a high five?
No, I said Hitler nowadays.
I do not agree with what Socrates said. Like, only few people should be allowed to vote, but like, who's gonna decide like which people are
right?
Like,
That's
good
true. That's
to
true.
vote?
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion, but is everyone entitled to an opinion?
And you're going to bring the element of freedom of speech.
There's freedom of speech, but I feel like when you learn to drive, they give you a test.
Right.
And if you can't match the basic test.
Right. And the thing that I always get girls is because, when you dress up like that, you go out with them, right? The women's guards are always down with me, So when their guard is down, you strike in like a wiper.
Yeah. It's true. My guard is always down with my gay best friends. Like, the reason they are my best friends is because they are gay, because I don't know, I'm very comfortable with them. So
the things that we don't try to impress the opposite gender. So if you're not impressing them, they will find it very attractive. The problem is we are trying to impress them, That's where the thing goes wrong. Oh, this is the great wine of all time. Just fucking drink your wine and enjoy your time with her. That's it.
Yeah, don't try to impress.
That's very modern. That's a modern thought, whereas not to impress someone. I do feel obligated if I'm on a date with someone. I'll be like, oh, this pressure. It's like, I gotta say something funny here. I gotta do. Do they like me enough?
Right.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I once broke up with one of my boyfriend, like just dating him for a week. I broke up with
Just
him
a
because there was
week?
too much pressure. Yeah, there was this guy I dated once, and I had too much pressure of I'm basically a tomboy kind of a person, okay?
Right.
And then I had too much pressure of, oh, how do I look? Even at a video call, I was like, okay, how do I look? How's my hair? I was too conscious and I couldn't take it. Even while meeting him, I was like, okay, should I wear this dress? How do I look? And that was too much pressure. It wasn't fun, getting ready. It was like too much pressure, and I couldn't take it. I was like, okay, that's too much for a week. I can't handle this for lifetime.
But when you're like they getting to know somebody, be ugly, be a pig, be absolutely disgusting. And
I'm
when
nailing this part.
when things get serious, look good. So when you get serious, then work on your body, then work on smelling better. But before that, smell like a pig, look like a
Just
homeless.
grow together. I think partners should grow together.
That's
Even
overthinking. It almost the overthinking about why you think so much about look. So sorry.
Agree with what N Shady said about be a slob to begin with. I not necessarily agree. I think you should shower at least once, but the actual act of being yourself, your true self, will get you a lot further. And I made that mistake. Like when I was in a relationship for 10 years, the thing that I did correctly was when I met the person, they met the horrible, disgusting. They saw every flaw about me, and still they wanted to have sex with me. And I was like,
such a disappointment, right?
I didn't say that. You said that. What are you saying? You saying something about me? Were you there? Did you see the video that was leaked?
I did.
The MMS? Henry MMS? Not
Henry
Ragini MMS?
Ragini MMS? Oh, wow, he said that.
I don't even know what MMS is.
MMS is
multimedia services.
Oh, right. Yes.
Basically SMS, but videos. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's like, it's in short, it's a porn clip.
Not always.
Not all of them, but
MMS is not necessarily a porn clip, but in India it is like this. The word is connected to.
Yes. If you have,
I like the word connection. We're gonna move back to the topic, though. This open.
So now we know all of this talk is not going to make it to the podcast.
Yes, it might. I like the fact that it circled back, so it's a good thing. This
is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, Henry.
NATO. Yeah, I found out about a week ago what NATO was. I think this is what I think NATO is now. Now that I've heard a lot about it in the news, NATO is like if the three pigs and the wolf. You know that? What was the name of the story? The three pigs and the wolf?
Yeah, it was called The Three Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf.
The big bad wolf comes over and knocks on my door, breaking my house. I can call all the pigs and say, yo, you got to kick this guy's ass. Did I get it right?
You got that completely wrong, and it shows you never read the story as a kid. I'm sorry, Henry.
I will blow your house down.
Basically, what Henry means to say is the three pigs could have survived if they had NATO with them. Like when the big bad wolf says, I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down, they just had to call NATO. NATO would have come, taken the big bad wolf away. And the three pigs are three pigs and not bacon at the end of the story. So
I like
that's
bacon.
What Henry meant to say.
That's what I learned about that story. I like bacon. Yeah. NATO alliance to me is like, okay, one country is in trouble, but you're part of the alliance. We're all going to form together like the Avengers and be like, boom, get out of there. Better analogy, Avengers. Well, somebody's got to kick somebody's ass, because what is war? That's a deep question. What is war?
I know, right? If we start asking what is war, then the next question is, what is peace?
You know what peace is? Peace is me walking down the street after meditating and then just taking in the world. That to me is peace. Just take it in.
You know what's peace to me?
What's peace?
Getting a good night's sleep with no mosquitoes biting me even once. So basically, that's not possible in this country. Sorry to say.
I want you to be in peace.
Okay, can you come and kill the mosquitoes at my house every night? Yeah, Henry can go do this.
Final thoughts on peace. Yes.
Every time I ate peas, as in like PEAS, I always used to think, this is what peace must feel like. This was when I was a kid. Okay. So I associated peas with peace.
I had a side piece once, and it was the best side piece I ever had.
Was it chicken, mutton, or fish?
India, you know, a lot of politicians, they don't believe in LGBT rights. Okay. But the reason why they can't do anything about what they think about is because we have voting rights too. Okay. So they don't have all the power to do anything
Right.
about what they think or to control us.
There is that saying that if voting worked, they wouldn't allow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a big issue here where they're restricting the vote of certain races of people. And that has me concerned because I do feel, okay, if everyone can vote, even the stupid people, why not all colors voting? I'm talking about America.
A fallacy that people at the bottom can make a decision to affect people at the top.
That's true. We are pointless.
I feel that there should be no class when it comes to voting. Have no class. No class helps. That's it.
That's for
no
politicians.
class.
By
That's
no
it.
class, do you mean cancel school?
That's your decision, not mine.
Have recess all day. And
Yeah.
basically, there's this concept called benevolent dictatorship. But unfortunately, it's very hard for that to come in practice because once someone is a dictator, they just get corrupted by that power and ability to do anything they want. So in an ideal world, we should have someone who is kind of like a benevolent dictator, not a pure democracy or purely leaving it to the people. But unfortunately, it's not possible. I would just like to say that political systems around the world are flawed, be it democracy, be it dictatorship, be it fascism, whatever you want to say. So
you're saying Socrates was ugly. Say it.
Yeah, okay, Socrates was ugly and Thanos deserves to snap the entire world out. Yeah, I said it.
Well, that's actually very deep. I like that you said that it's benevolent, authoritative, like a regime, but a nice guy. But then when the next guy comes, what if he's a dick or not?
Like for example, we need a benevolent dictator. Like Henry Cruz should be that benevolent dictator. So nice. I'm pretty sure that he'll be understanding and he'll make all the great decisions by himself.
I know what he's trying to do here. I know what he's trying to do.
But the next guy, like say, if he chooses N Shady to succeed him, then I would be very worried about that.
I think I would be too. But N Shady has shown a compassionate side. I have seen it recently. That's a very, very well thought out thought. I think there's a middle ground because capitalism only works for 1% of the people. I do think a little bit we're shifting in America to move towards what's it called? Sympathetic socialism. Kevin, do you know what that's called when
sympathetic socialism? Is that what you said?
Sympathetic? Is there something else?
Caring capitalism.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is considered a
democratic socialist.
Democrat.
Socialist. Yeah.
It'd be free college for everybody.
It's
Kevin,
very
what do you
bad. Kevin,
So
what do you think about it?
I think like something like that is like you know, I think like AOC is like very like I think emotional, right? I mean, so to me, I think a lot of democracy is never gonna work, the pure democracy, because that means we would have to have equal information, everybody. And we have information, but the problem is like we can honestly blame like Google and Mark Zuckerberg, honestly, for us never having pure democracy, because we all have information, but I don't know if you notice it, like we all have different information. Like my Facebook feed is completely different than all of your Facebook feeds. So the information I get is completely different than you guys. Even a Google search is different in different countries and different cities. So if we never get the same information, then you're never gonna have pure democracy though. So because everyone's gonna think differently.
We wouldn't agree on anything. That's true.
I agree with you. And then everyone's fighting. It's almost like the system is designed so that we can never agree. You know that disagree, let's agree to disagree? That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And how does that make you feel?
Sad. I don't know. Sad, I guess. I mean, you can't really change it now. You can't go back. We're gonna give it a Google and go back to like cord phones and.
You know, when I go to get eyeglasses, they make you read something over there. Can you read this line?
Yeah.
Then you can vote. Or if you understand the basics of this guy is evil and this girl is not.
Huge topic, you know. I'll talk about Socrates first. If you understand what he says, most of his philosophy, we have to understand there's 4 levels of consciousness. I've written that in my book, The Rise of the Orphan Child, The Awakening of the Power in Between. So at the 4 levels of consciousness, the lowest one is always person who acts with their emotion, right? When they see, they are not aware of their thoughts, they're not aware of emotion. How their emotion runs is their emotion controls them instead of the other way around, right? And then you rise to the 2nd level where most of the education are doing to us, where we have methods to control our world, you know. If you don't have money, this is a step 1 you should do, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's the 2nd level. And then you go to the awakening where you understand law of attraction. There are some hidden universe laws that we don't understand because our physical level are only limited to us to experience the 3D world. There are 4th dimension world, the 5th dimension world, but we can't experience ourselves. It's like the end cannot experience us, but they exist. That's why there's a lot of stuff happening. Like, whoa, I can't explain this, but it happens. It looks like a miracle, but it's actually not. It's actually happening in the 4th dimension world. And then you have the higher state of consciousness we call enlightenment. Enlightenment is where you are one with everything. You gain the character of selflessness. That's where a person becomes a leader. But I'm sorry to say, I haven't seen any leader who are very selfless. They all do for their own agenda. They do it for their own thing. You know?
Lincoln did
if you
not
understand Socrates, you know, to be selfless, then a person, you know, the criteria to be a leader should be selfless. That one we should vote for, not you know, not who, not why, not them.
Socrates believed in that democracy did not work because you would be so dumb that you would pick a leader that was not appropriate. If you pick a popular leader, and I'm going to use Trump again, he became popular because he was on television. Like the guy in Ukraine was on a television show. He was a comedian, and he's probably the most popular person now, Zelensky. Women will throw their panties at him, and it's a popularity contest. In democracy, Socrates believed that you should have someone who's a doctor, someone who has learned the role to be a leader, as you said, also to be benevolent or to.
How about we create a criteria of who can run for elections?
See,
a dumb person can't.
Right.
Like Donald Trump should not be allowed to run for elections, you know, if he doesn't know basic things.
Where
so
were you
instead of
4 years
controlling the
ago?
voters,
Again.
so instead of controlling the voters, why don't we just control the who is allowed to run for the elections, you know?
Again, it's definitely flawed. And we really need Henry Cruz, the benevolent dictator in the world.
Benevolent dictator. I like that. I would be a socialist. I would be like Bernie Light. We're like, yeah, we need everything Bernie said, but just He says, my Bernie, he's like, the Democrats, they just want to get all rich to people. All the rich people can live. I say the poor people should control everything, except they have to pass a test. You have to be this tall to ride.
That's good, Henry.
That's fucking good.
Yeah.
Good.
Better than Bernie Light, I would like to call this Diet Bernie.
Diet.
I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm on a diet. I'm an internal diet, searching for information and searching for love. Thank you, Surej, for co-hosting. Stand-up comedy show, Socrates.